First of all, I'd like to thank God. Second of all, I'd like to thank my whole entire Temple family on both sides, you know what I'm saying? I'd like to tell Tupac, keep his guards up, we ride with him. And one other thing I'd like to say, any artist out there want to be an artist and want to stay a star, don't want to have to worry about the executive producer trying to be all in the video, all on the record, dancing. Come to Death Row.
In March 2024, the FBI conducted raids on Diddy's properties, and shortly afterward, Suge Knight, the notorious music executive currently serving time, issued a chilling warning to Diddy during his podcast. He said, "Ain't Puffy, your life's in danger because you know the secrets." At first, many listeners brushed off Knight's words, but as time has gone on, people have started to wonder if Knight had inside knowledge, possibly predicting Diddy's arrest or hinting at something deeper tied to the case. Diddy is currently being held at the Metropolitan Detention Center, MDC, in Brooklyn, often referred to as Satan's Anus, a notoriously rough facility known for violence, poor conditions, and overcrowding. With limited staff and increased chaos, Diddy's status as a high-profile inmate has resulted in him being placed in solitary confinement. It's a far cry from the luxury he once enjoyed, with monitored showers, subpar meals, and little comfort. This dramatic shift in lifestyle has some people drawing comparisons to Jeffrey Epstein's fate, who also met his end under suspicious circumstances in similar conditions. When it came to Diddy's bail hearing, things didn't go in his favor. Prosecutors painted him as a serious threat, citing his history of intimidation and manipulation. They introduced disturbing text messages from victims who detailed abuse and coercion, further tarnishing his reputation. Diddy's legal team tried to counter this with a massive $50 million bail offer and the promise of private security, but the judge wasn't convinced. They denied bail, citing concerns about his past behavior, substance abuse issues, anger problems, and the risk he posed to witnesses. With fears about his ability to intimidate those involved in the case, Diddy was left behind bars. The charges against Diddy largely stem from his tumultuous relationship with singer Cassie Ventura, who filed a civil lawsuit in November 2023. She accused him of physical abuse, manipulation, and coercion throughout their relationship from 2007 to 2018. Cassie also spoke out about disturbing events she called freak-offs, in which Diddy allegedly pressured women into sexual performances. After Cassie's allegations went public, others came forward, adding to the mounting accusations against him. This led to Diddy's arrest and the mess he now faces. Currently, there's no set trial date for Diddy, and as he remains locked up in the MDC, far from the lavish lifestyle he once knew, all eyes are on his case. The unfolding revelations not only have the potential to reshape Diddy's future, but could also put other big names in the entertainment industry under scrutiny, especially those tied to the case. This is definitely a situation to watch closely as it continues to develop.
Game 50, everybody was there. I just heard somebody say, "Suge Knight's here," and I looked, and Suge was there. But he had some essays with him though. You know what I'm saying? He all essays. And he looked at Fifth, and Fifth was like, "What's up? What's up?" And Suge just like, he hit a cigar one time, and then he did like this little shit like that, wrap it up, and then everybody just turned around and left. It was like a John Wayne movie or some shit.
Suge Knight, co-founder of Death Row Records, was a central figure in 90s hip-hop, helping launch the careers of icons like Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg, and Tupac. However, his legacy has been tainted by a history of violence and legal troubles. In 2015, Knight was involved in a hit-and-run incident that led to his 28-year prison sentence for voluntary manslaughter. Despite his incarceration, Suge still commands attention in the hip-hop world. His recent cryptic warning to Diddy suggesting his life is in danger has only added to the intrigue surrounding Diddy's legal issues, especially given Suge's deep ties to the industry and his knowledge of its inner workings. Diddy's recent arrest has become the talk of the town, especially after the FBI raided his homes in early 2024. While the details surrounding the charges remain unclear, speculation continues to swirl. Suge's warning about Diddy's safety has only fueled the rumors, with people questioning what might really be happening behind the scenes. On top of that, a bizarre rumor involving baby oil has emerged, further fueling the gossip. According to this story, a private party allegedly involved baby oil in some questionable activities, though it's unclear if there's any truth to it. The rumor has gone viral on social media, leaving many to wonder if it's just an outrageous story or if there's something more to it. At this point, whether or not the baby oil rumor holds any truth, it has become part of the larger mess surrounding Diddy's arrest. Fans and critics alike are anxiously awaiting what will happen next, as the mystery deepens and everyone wonders if these rumors will amount to anything or if it's just another wild internet tale.
Knight speaks out, and what Suge said really stood out to me. Suge said, the raids wasn't about Diddy. It wasn't about Diddy, and it makes sense. They was about what it was about when you listen to the court transcripts, and when you listen to what the witness, Little Rod or Little Rodney or whatever his name is, the allegations. Diddy had cameras, hidden cameras in every room, in every party, and every event, which means that he had evidence on powerful men. With Suge Knight, he hit him in the head with the headshot. Diddy had a get out of jail free card, which is blackmail. He can blackmail some of the most powerful men around the world, even the ones that he was fighting with in them liquor corporations and companies. So what they do, you gotta understand, they send in their army. They made a statement, turned his family upside down, turned his house upside down. But the only thing I'm thinking is, like, when you sit back and you really analyze it, somebody put Diddy on point to what was going on. That's why his plane that everybody thought he was on that plane. They was looking for that plane. That plane left without Diddy. And 9 times out of 10, that plane probably was carrying the evidence to convict all these powerful men that Diddy's beefing with. Because Diddy, like, he need no brown right now. I ain't going down by myself. But if they catch that evidence, he ain't got nobody else to point the finger at. He can't prove it.
Suge Knight and Diddy have a long history of bad blood, dating back to the intense East Coast-West Coast hip-hop rivalry of the 90s. This was the era when Suge's Death Row Records and Diddy's Bad Boy Records were locked in fierce competition. One of the most infamous moments that escalated their beef occurred at the 1995 Source Awards when Suge took direct shots at Diddy, fueling the fire. Things only got worse as big names like Tupac and Notorious Big became embroiled in the drama. Tragically, both Tupac and Biggie were murdered during this time, leaving a permanent scar on the music industry and the people connected to it. Suge Knight's recent warning to Diddy, as well as the serious accusations surrounding Diddy's legal troubles, have reignited speculation about their past. Rumors about Diddy's involvement in freak-off parties and even sex trafficking have surfaced, and these allegations have reportedly contributed to his bail being denied as he awaits trial. The controversy surrounding Diddy's actions has gone further, with some even suggesting that he played a role in the deaths of Tupac and Biggie. Wild theories have emerged, one of which claims that Diddy paid a gang member a large sum of money to have Tupac killed. The unsolved murder of Tupac in 1996 still sparks debate, with many pointing fingers at Diddy. Former LAPD detective Greg Kading even published a book, Murder Rap, in which he alleges that Diddy was part of a plot to take down both Tupac and Suge Knight. While Diddy has consistently denied any involvement, the fact that both Tupac and Biggie's murders remain unsolved keeps the speculation alive. As for Biggie's death in 1997, some theorists believe Diddy may have orchestrated it as well, possibly due to Biggie's plans to leave Bad Boy Records. If Biggie had departed, it could have meant Diddy losing control over his royalties, giving him a possible motive. Suge Knight's recent cryptic warning to Diddy has reignited the buzz in the hip-hop world, with many wondering whether Suge is genuinely trying to warn Diddy or simply stirring the pot. Given the complex and bitter history between these two, it's hard to say if Suge is offering advice or just fueling further drama. The rivalry between them, intertwined with the unsolved murders of Tupac and Biggie, continues to cast a shadow over Diddy's current legal troubles. With these old wounds reopening, the conversation is once again focused on the dark side of the hip-hop industry and the high stakes involved for its most prominent figures. Suge Knight's comments have added yet another layer of mystery to an already tangled situation. Known for his violent past and key role in the chaotic East Coast-West Coast feud, Suge's words hold weight whether he's offering genuine help or just throwing shade. As conspiracy theories continue to swirl around the murders of Tupac and Biggie, Diddy's future looks increasingly uncertain. Suge's warning may hint at even darker secrets still hidden beneath the surface. The tragic murder of Christopher Wallace, aka Biggie Smalls, on March 9, 1997 in Los Angeles, just 6 months after Tupac's death, remains a pivotal moment in hip-hop history. Biggie, a central figure in East Coast hip-hop and a star of Bad Boy Records, was killed in a drive-by shooting, and the theories surrounding his death have persisted ever since. Though many initially pointed to Diddy as a possible suspect, former LAPD detectives Russell Poole and Greg Kading have focused more on Suge Knight's possible involvement, linking Biggie's death to the ongoing East Coast-West Coast conflict.
Pac was the first one on the scene wearing Versace shirts. He went and got the same Versace shirts Pac had. Which, all right, some dudes would do that. You would never catch me wearing something else, something that somebody else got. He was knocking down all the women that he thought Pac was knocking down. And what I mean is having sex with. Why would you want to have sex with women you know for sure a dude that was once cool with you was dealing with? That's that image. Because you got to realize, bruh, Puff and Pac was cool at one time. We know this. Mopreme said that they was going to sign the Bad Boy. So if he's going to sign to Bad Boy, it was because of Corey and them. I put that picture on the internet. I put the picture on my channel of Corey Jones. Is Corey Jones, Corey Jacobs? I think Corey Jacobs and Pac right next to each other. Those was the real bad boys of Bad Boy. You understand? Those are the ones who got the 16 to life sentences. That Pac was gonna go and be with them first. But then Mopreme said when it became just Big and Puff, because Corey and them went to jail, he changed his direction. But nobody know why Pac and Puff fell out like they did. You understand what I'm saying? Nobody know why. But Puff had an obsession with him for whatever reason it was, because he started wanting to act. He started wanting to rap. He had an obsession so bad that at his Grammy Award winning speech, he used the same speech that Pac used. That shit is crazy. So when I say I'm obsessed with talking about Puff and telling y'all the truth, who's obsessed with who? Pac had Sarah before Puff. Allegedly he had Sally before Puff. And Kim had an obsession or liked Pac so much, she on the red carpet with Tupac's shirt on. Who's obsessed with who?
So you believe Diddy, he only got with Sarah Chapman because Pac, he had her at one point.
And it was a bet in the office. Sarah was messing with an NBA basketball player. Puff bet all the niggas didn't believe that he could get it within 2 weeks. $100. So she actually was a $100 bet that he got.
And who was the NBA player?
I think it was Gary Payton, allegedly. That's what he said. Somebody said, she messed with Gary Payton? I bet you I get it. I bet you I have it within 2 weeks. Me and him and Sarah went to this party in Chicago that he was hosting with the Streets Entertainment. And we went to this store called Cranberry and it's one of those stores like you get fragrance and you get candles, colognes and stuff like that. It's called Cranberry and something. And from that point on, yeah.
Then there's Jim Deal, Diddy's former bodyguard, who has come forward with his take on what really happened the night Biggie was killed. According to Deal, Biggie's death wasn't just a random shooting, it was a carefully planned hit. He even called out the LAPD for mishandling the investigation, pointing to a dark Chevy Impala that had been seen circling the area before the shooting. Deal's claims align with those of others close to the case who suggest that LAPD corruption might have played a role in why Biggie's murder remains unsolved. His story only fuels the fire of conspiracy theories, especially those hinting at deeper issues within the music industry, with some even speculating about Diddy's potential involvement. The ongoing mysteries surrounding Tupac and Biggie's deaths, combined with the cloud of suspicion hanging over some of hip-hop's most influential figures, continue to keep these conversations alive. As new accusations and rumors emerge, it's clear that this story is far from over. Diddy's current legal troubles are shaking up the music industry, especially with his ties to Universal Music Group and its CEO, Lucian Grange. There's an ongoing lawsuit claiming Grange might have been involved in shady activities at Diddy's parties, where minors and drugs were allegedly part of the scene. Not a good look, to say the least. With all these lawsuits in play, music executives are reportedly on edge. At least 5 executives are said to be rethinking their options, fearing they might lose support from shareholders if things take a turn for the worse. The entire industry is now holding its breath, bracing for the fallout from this ongoing situation. It's a wild time in hip-hop, and everyone is waiting to see how it all plays out.